the gladiators. My name is Luca Zanna, and you can call me also Lucius Spartacus, my nickname, when I come down to gladiator stuff. I'm a songwriter, but also I'm a Roman gladiator. I was one of the first Roman gladiators to start different simulated fights in Rome during the 90s in hotels, shows on the streets, restaurants. And I had the pleasure and the honor to work with Mr. Elio Bonadonna. Was one of the best stuntmen in Rome during these 60s and 70s epic movies. What I wanted to do here today is share with you some basics. The basics how to fight in a simulated way, we're not trying to harm, with the Roman swords. First of all, number one rule, you never want to use real Roman swords to fight in these simulated fights. They're way too dangerous and you don't want to do that, period. What you want to do, you want to find, first of all, replicas that they can be used in a safe way. The Roman used to have a training sword made of wood, used for gladiators and also for Roman soldiers. The gladiators was called the rudis, okay? It's a typical replica of the original gladius, but made of wood. Now, this is an incredible copy we have here that we have from romegiftshop.com. All made in wood, all handmade, very reasonable price. But the point is, I like it. I like it very much for historical purposes, and you can also display it. I wouldn't suggest it though to practice with this one because there is a tip, you see? It's a wooden tip, very sharp, can be harmful. So I would get one of these because it's an incredible way to have a real gladius replica, but not really for fighting or for practicing. You can do if you have, you want to do figure, training, practicing figure without any opponent, this would be fine. But if you want to work with some opponents and try to simulate these fights, I would suggest you to use this one. Let me show it to you. This is a replica, one of the best replica made of modern material, polypropylene, or some sort of a plastic material I cannot repeat, but almost indestructible. This is a gladius, okay? Pretty much almost like a gladius. Even in the weight, it's very similar. And what I like, first of all, there are no edges, no sharp point, no tip, and it's almost indestructible. You can beat it, but important, you want to beat this against another sword like this. So you don't want to beat this on metal or wood. But plastic on plastic, these are great. So now what we do today, we're going to go for a simulated training lesson, okay, for a simulated fight. Rule number one, never use any real sword. Try to stick with something like this. Go to romegiftshop.com, please get one, also is our sponsor, help us out. Number two, warning. Whatever you do now, from now this point, you're going to be the only responsible person. That means if you hurt yourself, don't blame it on me, okay? This is supposed to be just for tutorial and educational purposes. Now, said that, let's move on. What we're going to do right now in this first basic lesson, we're going to face, first of all, how to address a simulated fight. Simulated fight means you want to look realistic, but you do not want to harm, ever, okay? So, first rule of the simulated fight, whatever blow you're going to try to throw at your opponent, we have two basic blows. One is the thrust, okay? Thrust. You want to pretty much go through the body of your opponent. The other one is the cut, okay? Can also be slash. So we have thrust and cuts. You always want to throw your blow off your target. That means away from your target. In this case, let's say, for example, you are in front of me, my target, and I want to go for a thrust. Instead of going straight for straight, I would pretty much hope that you would move away. And let's say for a moment you don't see it coming, and you're not moving, you're going to get hit, no matter what. I'm going to hit off the target. So, you see, at that point, left or right, doesn't matter. But I know that once we decide which direction you're going to move, I always try to move to hit you off the target. So this is rule number one. You want to aim off your target. Rule number two, you must control your energy, your impact. For example, I'm going for a simulated attack with a slash, okay? Or I want to just go down and chop. So let's say there is a shield and I'm going to go down on the shield. If I want to go down to the shield, let's say this is my hand, okay? Look at this. I'm going to try to hit my hand like the shield. I'm controlling. I'm starting pretty much aggressive, but then I control. I need to control the hit. I want to control the strength and reduce the strength at least a third of what would be. So, controlling the direction, controlling the strength. First two secrets. Now, let's start to see how we face the enemy. You don't want to be straightforward, ever. Why? Like in boxing, you're going to expose all your organs, vitals. This is not realistic. You want to be like you would be boxing, okay? In this case, if I box, I would do like this. But, because I'm right hand, at this point, I'm going to go. Since I have no shield, I'm going to put my sword in front of me, like would be almost a defensive tool. It is not just an aggressive attack tool, but also is a defensive weapon. In case we have a shield, we will see in the next lesson how to do it. Now, before we go ahead, how are you going to hold this sword? There are two different techniques. One is the hammer. Hammer. Think how you're having a hammer. By the way, if you see my finger a little bit off, it's broken. So sorry about that. Hammer is very good. The hammer grip, if you want to be very strong into chopping. Excellent. When you go into the thrusting, okay, you want to go through your adversary. You want to somehow use what really the gladius is supposed to be used for. It's a sword that you want to penetrate your enemy. This is the grip. You want to put your thumb and your index just under the guard, okay? In this way, you have maximum strength that you can apply to your gladius. So the two basic positions to handle your gladius. You want to switch, depends on what techniques you're using. So this is very important. Now, as I said, let's start with the basic number one, how to face the enemy. Bladed, you will see your forward leg is also the leg that is going to be in line with your sword. Your sword is going to be about this type of distance from your body. You don't want it in front of your eyes because you're going to cover yourself. You want to be on the side a little bit so you can face the enemy. At the same time, you have the sword ready to go in any direction it's to go. Your hands, the support hands, right now I have no shield. So what I want to do, I want to keep it close to my body, okay? Because I can use it in an aggressive way to punch. Or if I can grab anything I need to grab to defend myself, I can use it. But at the same time, I don't want to put it loose because it would be very dangerous because in a real fight, you would also cut yourself. So, on guard. Now, at this point, the first position is your feet and the weight of your body. You're going to be a little bit on your balls, okay? Aggressive forwards, towards your enemy. Now, legs, a little bit bent, not too much. And you want to be also with your rear leg, little bit your foot up, almost like you're supporting. Now, this is just the basic I said. We will go towards other lesson how to move forward, left, right, backward, oblique. Right now we're going to be static, okay? That means we don't move. So, the first position, on guard. Now, if we have a line of attack coming from above, okay? We'll go through that later, but we'll see how to defend from this line of attack. The first thing you want to do is defense number one. Look, one. You see the sword is parallel to the ground. You don't want on top of your head because you may hit it. In this way, explosive up. Okay? Remember, your adversary must follow the rules. When he's going to attack, he's going to hit the sword in moderated control strength. At the same time, what you're going to do, you're not going to be under the sword. You're going to be a little bit behind. One. So, together, one. Now, this was number one. Now we will go to position number two, defense. You ready? The sword is coming from here. Two. One, two. This must be very explosive. You want to see this contact, but you need to control it, okay? Two. Remember, once you have stopped and blocked the other weapon, you want to come back immediately in position to counterattack if you have to, or be ready for the next blow. Very important. So don't be stuck like that. One, and then we go into the next stages of attack. So, number one, on guard. Position number 1, 2, coming from there, 3. So, if we have coming an attack from here, you try to move it. Now, it's coming from down here. It's coming from here. Now, the last one is going to be down towards my leg. Now, I suggest you, when coming down towards your body, straight forward, you also want to move. Because in case you miss, it's going to go here. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, always eyes-to-eyes contact. Never lose contact of the eyes, and more important also of the hand of your adversary. The hand is the vital point. But at the same time, because this is not real combat, I would say in the real combat you just focus on the hand. That's true. Because the hand is the one is going to go. You will see it. But here we try to communicate with each other, with your friend, that's also your partner, also your adversary. So what you want to do, you want to have also eye-to-eye contact. Because we must know what's going on and we must communicate with each other. Anyway, guys, this was just a very basic. Try to give you some input, at least to enjoy these beautiful swords, plastic swords. They are not even real plastic. It's a very high technology material. For fun, get your friends, get out in the air, and play sword, like when we used to be kids. But this time we can do a much more realistic way, having more fun, and there is so much to learn. We can watch movies together, and we can learn techniques of the different Roman swords, from the trident, the gladius, the sica, and using with a shield, without shield. And the idea is to look real, at the same time also to be safe. So be safe, my friend. Go please to gladiatorschool.tv, www.gladiatorschool.tv, or howtobeagladiator.com. And don't forget our sponsor, romegiftshop.com, that support us, and you can buy a beautiful series of shield, armors, and everything else you will see there. See you there. My name is Luca. See you from Rome, and right now from the USA.